Okay, here. We're going to do the pages from 21 to 23. I don't think we have enough time, but we start doing the 21 that yesterday we couldn't do it. So here's the future. Grammar is for grammar, the future. Let's talk about events in the future. Okay, thank you. So here, let's read the chat messages. And what's an interroll trip? What's an interroll trip? So let's read this chat message to find out what is an interroll trip. Dan says, my big sister starting her interrail trip on Saturday. Her train to Paris leaves at 12 o'clock, and then she's going to travel around Europe by train for a month. Juan, wow, that'll be amazing. Will she be okay? Well, she isn't traveling alone, and my parents will definitely call her every day, so she isn't likely to have any problems. Juan, what countries are they going to visit? Them. They don't know their final route yet, but it's likely to be a lot. You can travel to 30 countries with the Interrail ticket. They probably won't remember which countries they went to. So what is an Interrail trip? What is an Interrail trip? Yesterday we were talking about voyage. There is a trip by the ocean.
Teacher.
Yeah.
An interrail trip is a train trip, but more large, more like the same meaning like the voyage. The voyage is a boat trip, but more large trip.
Yeah, but this is, look, they're going to travel to 30 countries. It's a long trip. But what is an interrail? Interrail. Voyage is by sea, by the ocean. And
it's in the...
Look at the picture.
In rails, in a train.
Yes, it's a trip by train. Yeah. Around Europe. In this case, a trip by train around Europe using a ticket that allows you to travel in 30 countries for 1 month. 30 countries for 1 month. Do you think it's enough, 1 month? So it's like...
That's because the train, it's called AVE, and his velocity is about... Speed is about 300 kilometers per hour.
300 kilometers per hour. Okay, good information, Aaron, thank you. Okay, here's a study. With the explanation, then underline an example of each form in exercise 1. For present participle, use future arrangements. Try to find one example for each explanation in exercise 1. Okay.
Says, my big sister's starting her interrail trip. There is a present progressive.
Yes. My big sister starting her interrail trip. Yes. Also, when it says she isn't,
Says, then she's
she
going
isn't
to
traveling
travel.
alone is another. Okay. Now look, for example, for simple present. Simple present, the use is for events or timetable.
I got one. Her train to Paris leaves
Yes,
at 12 o'clock. That's simple
at
present.
12 o'clock. Yes, it's talking about time. Good. Simple present, okay. Okay, now here, be plus going to base form. Okay, we use that for future plans or our intentions to do something.
I got one too.
Okay, tell me.
Then she's going to travel around Europe by train for a month. That's
Yes, she's going, okay? Around Europe by train for a month. Very good. Will or won't, plus the base of the verb, plus definitely means 100% of sure, or improbably means 75% of sure. We use will or won't for make predictions about something. Will or won't?
I got it too.
Yes, you got it.
My parents will definitely call her every day.
Yes, this in my parents. Okay. My parents will definitely call her every day. And I'm sure there is another using won't. Here. They probably won't remember which countries they went to. Okay, we have two, using will and using won't. Okay, what says that here? Place definitely or probably after will, but before won't. Okay, place definitely and probably after will, but before won't. So, utilizan,
Teacher,
utilizar. Yes?
in the table, there's one more you didn't say.
Yes, that's what we're talking about. Que coloquen, dice, coloquen, definitely and probably, and después de will. Pero antes de won't is a role. My parents will, so here, my parents will.
Probably. No, definitely.
Definitely. Oh, me
Mhm.
lo robaste.
Okay, will.
Probably. Abajo.
Okay. My parents will definitely call her every day. They.
Up in the first is definitely, and the second is probably.
Probably. Probably. You can say probably. One remember. Probably one remember. Which countries they went to?
Teacher, I said you that uh,
Told you.
down of the we say we make the will want plus base verb plus definitely and plus probably, but down there is
Si yo no fallo, yo creo que es I got la primera de la parte 3.
Saide, wait for
Sí.
me. Let me explain you what you're going to do. Okay, so here for number 3, you have to practice. Okay, it says, Philip and his parents are going on their dream trip to the Ecuador Railway from Quito to Guayaquil. Choose the correct option, then listen and check. Okay, Saide. 1, I'll go or we are going. We'll go or we are going.
La primera, I will go, no sé. Digo yo que es esa.
What? Which one? We'll go or we are going. I always say that. Yo siempre digo eso. At the beginning of the class, I said, okay, guys, for today's class, we are going to.
I was waiting to decide a speech, but she don't speak.
Háblenme en español porque no les estoy entendiendo.
Which one? Okay, you have to choose. What is the correct way to say we? Okay, we use we'll go or we are going on our trip tomorrow.
We are going.
Okay, we are going. We are going to our trip tomorrow. When does your train leave or when is your train likely to leave? Okay, use the chart to help you. Okay, so which one is?
I put the first one.
Yeah, the first one. Does your train leave? Okay.
I put the second because I see does and I said does with your
Does.
no,
Okay.
but does is the train. The train.
Yes. Okay. In the morning, it arrives in the Cotopaxi National Park for lunch.
Arrives.
In the morning, it arrives. Yes. It's talking about future. Yeah, for lunch. On the second day, we are going to travel or we are traveling.
Are going to travel.
Going to travel. Because going to is future and traveling is present progressive.
Okay, present progressive.
We are not in present. We are in the future.
Remember, here you have a help. Here you have a help. Okay, through the avenue of the volcanoes, that train climbs to over 3,600 meters. It sounds exciting. Is it likely to be dangerous or is it being dangerous?
Being. I put being. I don't know if I'm wrong.
Being.
Being. The first one.
Likely. I don't remember how do you how does you use likely before? For probable events, para algo que probablemente pase, ¿ok? Likely. No, it's very safe. Well, pretty safe. Only one volcano is active. So, for questions, are you going to sleep on the train or do you sleep on the train?
Are you going?
Are you going to sleep on the train? ¿Van a dormir en el tren? Say yes or no? Yes, we are going to sleep on the train. Philip.
Teacher, por mi parte, yes.
Yes. And
Yes, donde sea.
I don't like to dream, to sleep in chairs.
Oh, yes, I hate that. Okay.
My neck.
Your poor neck. Yes. I understand that. Okay, no, we aren't. Oh, very good. No, we aren't. We're staying in hotels or we likely to stay in hotels.
Are staying.
We are staying. Nos quedaremos. No, nos quedamos en hoteles. Good. Good news. Okay. Be ready for part 4.
Teacher, one question.
Yes, give me a second.
If I put new, la noticia, in singular, isn't...
Okay, let's read quotes by students about their plans and dreams. Write the correct future form. The number 1 is made for you. It says tomorrow I am, okay, the verb is do. So just add ing. I am doing an audition for a theater school. Number 2, my judo course
is starting.
Okay.
My judo course next week. Future, next week.
Will be.
Okay, so here we only have to add an S to the base form. My judo course starts, comienza.
No termina en ING, pues.
No.
Comienza
la próxima semana. Si la dejas sin la S, se queda como comenzar o comienzo. My judo course starts next week. Next year, I learn Japanese.
When we can only add an S. When is and it pronoun, we can only add an S.
Yes.
Okay.
When we are talking in third person, take into account. Okay, next year, learn Japanese. Okay, imagine, suppose this girl is pretty sure that she's going to learn Japanese.
I'm learning.
No, because I'm learning es estoy aprendiendo right now.
But in the first one, say I'm doing, says I'm doing.
I'm doing, okay.
And it's in future.
But says tomorrow.
Tomorrow and next year, both and our future.
Okay, but here I told you, suppose that this girl is pretty sure, está completamente segura que ella va a aprender a hablar.
Ah, going to
japonés.
learn.
Ajá, going to learn.
But with I'm going, says I'm going, no I going.
Yes, I'm going, yes, yes. I thought it says the was already. Okay, in 10 years, okay, definitely, and B, a pilot. In 10 years, 10 years
yes,
is a lot of time.
I will definitely be.
Yes. Okay, esto no cabe aquí. But yes, I will definitely be. Definitely, I'll definitely be a pilot. My dreams to be a famous singer, but it
Don't likely come.
Won't likely.
okay. It, okay, it, okay, but it not, okay. We have to use the verb to be in a
Isn't.
negative form with not. Isn't. Is not, but it, or we can say it not.
But will doesn't will isn't the verb to be of it. It will exist. It will.
Yes, it exists. But here
And
in the negative, look, we have not. We have to use not.
won't.
Not likely come true.
In this case, you don't use like don't.
Like don't. Do not. You said.
Don't
Okay.
likely come.
Okay, but we have to use the pronoun is it.
Doesn't.
No, isn't. It's not. But it isn't likely to come true. Se haga realidad.
That's the last of the table. The verb to be plus likely to plus
Ajá. ¿Está escrito con? Okay, yes, to come. To come true. I now probably get my driver's license and a car when I am 17.
Now it's
I'll, yes.
I'll probably
Will.
Probably.
Will.
Probably get. Okay. We have get. I'll probably get my driver's license and a car when I am 17. Probablemente. Okay, so here is all yours. Write and speak. You have to work by yourself. By yourself.
Teacher,
yes.
I'm noticing grammar is horrible, terrible. That's much
It's like
difficult.
math. Grammar is like math.
No, in my case, no. In my case, no. In my case, it's like a language in Spanish.
You only have to practice. Okay. Write 3 sentences about your plans and dreams using these time phrases. Don't
But
show your partners.
I don't have space to make the 3 sentences.
You can write, I don't know, in a piece of paper. Next week, next year, in 10 years. Zaire, what do you think you're going to do? What are your plans or dreams for next week, for next year, or for 10 years? Talk me about your future, okay? Do it by yourself. And we finished practice.